The Alliance for Change recently expressed outrage and deep concern following the sentencing of a 27-year-old poultry farmer, Carl Mangal, for possession of 8 grams of marijuana. That and similar incidents have prompted AFC Member of Parliament Michael Carrington to take a revised bill to the National Assembly, mainly to seek amendments to the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Control Act of 1988 that makes it mandatory for magistrates to sentence persons to a period of imprisonment for possession of 5 grams or more of marijuana. The original motion was placed on the order paper in late 2015, but it has not been debated. Carrington says he will be asking the House to proceed with his revised motion as soon as possible. Carrington contends that it's unconscionable to isolate persons from their families for possession of small amounts of ganja.
Because you're jailing a person for smoking a joint who they actually consider committed a crime against themselves. Because a person who smokes a joint do not hurt another individual. Any hurt come to them is through their own self in terms of it. So if you jail somebody for something that they had done in terms of taking a smoke, you don't jail anybody for drinking rum, but you jail someone for taking a smoke. If you find them with a 1 gram up to 8 gram, from 5 gram up, you put them behind bars. I feel personally it's a total injustice. You take them away from their family, their mother, their children, and all of those type of things. You end up putting them in jail where you end up costing the state about $1 million for that 3 years. So it's totally, it's senseless, in my opinion.
Carrington's view is that cannabis should be legalized with some form of control in place.
This thing with jailing our people, filling our jails with young people, is uncalled for. And I really think everyone, especially APNU, because APNU is the ones who basically said, let me hold on this bill. Whilst AFC was willing to go forward. Now, APNU is basically the larger partner in the coalition. And as such, you allow them to, in terms to see what they can do, what they will decide to do. But 3 years had passed. It's actually 3 years now, near 3 years had passed. And it's time for we to move forward.
Last week, Attorney General Basil Williams expressed the view that the matter should go to a referendum. Mr. Carrington does not share this view.
Why should we want it to take that to a referendum? We're not dealing with a big constitutional matter. I mean, if a person freedom, if he wanted to take a smoke, in my opinion, because he's not. Most cases, if you watch, he's not who he damaging. He's not damaging people in the society. If any thing have to come, it have to come to him. You only could hurt himself. A person could only hurt themselves by smoking. I can't hurt you by smoking. So why? I totally disagree with the minister in terms to have to take it to a referendum, right? Because the referendum, basically, people who don't smoke will basically say no, because they just don't smoke, and they will deprive an individual of his right if he wanted to smoke a joint.
Carrington vows to stage a strong fight either to amend or repeal the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Control Act of 1988.
So I hope that some sense will prevail, better sense will prevail, and our Attorney General may decide that watch. We need to change this. A matter of fact, it should be him who tabling this bill, because we had campaigned that we will remove jail sentence to small quantity of cannabis. We had campaigned, Alliance for Change and APNU had campaigned to remove it. And if 3 years pass and we hadn't done nothing yet, we need to do something.
Roy Den James, HGP Nightly News.